Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Morning Mumble. Today. Today's a good day. Today's Friday. Not sure what day this one is going to get posted, but recording day is Friday, so it's a good day. And it's recording day, so that's a good day too, so. So today topic we want to talk about is a topic that I like, and one that I'm fairly new to. Sorry, I take a sip of the coffee. It's a topic that I've heard about before in the past when I was younger. I just kind of fantasized about it before, and thought about how great it would actually be if it were true, but never really had the patience or mindset to be able to try to put into practice and try to actually test it out. It's a near and dear topic to me, and nothing dramatic or anything like that, nothing crazy. But we'll go ahead and get right into it. So the topic today that we're going to talk about is signs from the universe. Now, what I mean by that is like universal signs, like hints and clues that you should do something or go somewhere or say something. Drawing a blank here. So for instance, you're driving along, on your way home from work or whatever, and you just can't catch a green light to save your life, like every light you come up to turns red. Man, what the hell is going on, right? That's you can view that as one of a few ways. You can sit there and get pissed off and think that the world's against you, and you just bad luck, can't catch a break kind of thing, and make yourself out to be the victim. And if that's your mindset, well then you've got a victim's mindset, and you're always going to be the victim in your own world, and you're never going to accept blame for anything that happens to you. But that's a whole nother topic, and we can discuss that on another date. Or you can just kind of not really pay too much attention to it, just be like, man, this kind of sucks. Or you can view it as the universe is trying to tell you to slow down, take your time. You're not meant to get to where you're going at the time in which you're trying to get there. And when you view it like that, it opens your mind to a whole new world of possibilities, a whole new language, and you start learning this language, and it is something that must be learned. It's not something that we're all just born with and understand. It takes effort to pay attention to these little hints and cues and interpret them in the correct way to be able to get the message that the universe is trying to send. And that's just a theory, You know, that's a theory that I believe in. That the universe does speak to us. And the universe does tell us things, and if we're willing to listen, you know, there's a lot of knowledge to be had by that. So think about times in your life where something's happened and it made you pause, it made you stop, it made you think. You weren't sure what you should be thinking about or why you paused what you were doing, but there was some sort of feeling that came over you and said, hey, you might want to pay attention here. You know, kind of like your professor, you know, giving a lecture and you know, kind of looking at you at the whole class after writing something on the board or reading something out of the book and saying, hey, you know, for those of you interested, you might want to go ahead and write that one down. Might be something good to know for later, kind of thing, you know. How many of you guys out there have had that sort of experience? You know, go ahead and tally your vote up there in the corner. You know, yes or no. Let me know, or you know, leave some sort of explanation or kind of help describe what happened down there in the comment section below. You know, be interesting to hear what everybody's experiences were. But so yeah, so like the signs from the universe are, like I said, it's a whole new language, and it's something that you have to learn. You have to be acute to it. You gotta pay attention. But there's a lot of different signs, and so as I got older, and you know, you open your mind up to the possibility of this idea that the universe can speak to you. And when you're able to open your mind, you unlock that power of your brain to be able to recognize and understand a whole new language that the universe is speaking. There was a scientist, and I should have looked this up beforehand, and I didn't, but I'll go ahead and put his name on the screen in editing. But there's a scientist back in the Einstein days. They were competing scientists. They had competing theories on a lot of different things, and one of the things was more or less coincidences and patterns in the natural world, and things of that nature. And this scientist, his theory was that objects in the universe speak to each other on a level that we as human beings cannot hear nor understand or recognize. And it was a theory. It wasn't a tested theory, but he tested the theory, but the theory itself was never proven to be true. It was proven plausible, but not true. And there was many decades passed before scientists were actually able to formulate a way to properly test the theory and to prove it. And they did prove the theory to be true. That objects in the universe do communicate with one another on a level that we as human beings cannot understand or recognize. So that was a huge breakthrough. It's crazy. But so when you take that into consideration, that objects in the universe can speak to each other in a language that we don't recognize or understand as humans, then you open up your mind to the idea that another language out there that we don't even recognize exists. And if you're paying attention to the keys of the universe, well then you're tapping into that language. You're tapping into that world. And if you can read them and pay attention to them, then man, you're listening to the universe. You're living in that world. Another theory by the same scientist, and this is a whole other topic we won't get into right now, but it's just interesting and throwing it out there for you guys to chew on a little bit. But another theory by this scientist was that our worlds are just a manifest of our perceptions, and that they don't actually exist until we summon them to do so. So, what that means is the cars behind you while you're driving don't exist until you look up to see them and your mind puts them there. Or you look over to see the moon, but the moon is not there until you summon it to be there. So nothing exists until our minds tell it to exist. So, yeah, I forget the same scientist, again, I'll put his name flashing across the bottom or something, like, again, right now. But same scientist, don't remember the name of the theory, but very interesting. Thought you guys might like that little tidbit. Go ahead and chew on that for a minute. Man, leave your thoughts about that down in the comment section below. If you guys want to turn that into an episode, we can do it. We can do it for sure. Anyways, so yeah, the signs from the universe, the universal language. Yeah, if you believe in that stuff, and your mind's open to the idea of it, it's definitely fascinating, very fascinating, and if you're able to read it and pay attention to it, there's a lot of messages out there for you, and pretty helpful indeed. So anyways, that's all for today, folks. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for supporting the channel. Go ahead and smash that like button if you enjoyed today's episode. If not, man, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what we can do to improve it. What else you want to hear or talk about. Yeah, if you want to continue to hear stuff like this, well then just go ahead and subscribe, man, and we'll be trying to put it out on a weekly basis. So again, thanks for dropping by, everybody, and peace.